If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And if you're a hypocrite, maybe don't buy a DNA kit for Christmas. Trust me on this one. A while back, I met this woman named Kim at a science museum, and she told me the most incredible story. She called it the Christmas disaster of 2019, but honestly, it sounded more like a Christmas miracle to me. It all started with her Aunt Carol. Now, Aunt Carol was the self-appointed moral compass of the family. At every gathering, she'd go on and on about family purity, tradition, and the importance of marrying within your own, well, you get the picture. She was judgmental, sanctimonious, and frankly, a real pain in the neck. Her favorite target was Kim's sister, who had married a wonderful guy from a different cultural background. Aunt Carol never missed a chance to make a passive-aggressive comment or offer a backhanded compliment about their unconventional family. But Carol's pride and joy was her son, Mark, the golden son. According to her, Mark was the perfect embodiment of their family's legacy. He was the standard everyone else failed to meet. So that Christmas, Kim had a brilliant and slightly mischievous idea. She bought everyone in the family a DNA testing kit. She thought it would be a fun, scientific way to explore their heritage, and maybe, just maybe, shut Aunt Carol up for a bit by showing how diverse everyone's ancestry really is. Most of the family was excited. Aunt Carol, however, looked a little pale. She tried to dismiss it as silly nonsense, but the gifts were already unwrapped. To avoid looking like a bad sport, she reluctantly agreed to do the test along with her precious Mark. A few weeks later, the results started rolling in. Kim and her sister had a great time comparing their ancestry percentages. Then, Kim got a frantic call from her mom. The family's results were all linked, and something was off, very off. Kim logged into her account and looked at the family tree the site had generated. Everyone was connected, just as you'd expect. There was Kim, her sister, her parents, her cousins. But there was a glaring anomaly. Mark, the golden son, the symbol of family purity, wasn't showing up as a biological relative to anyone. Not to his own mother, Aunt Carol, not to the man he called Dad. He was a complete genetic outlier. The family chat group exploded. Theories flew around like crazy. Was the kit faulty? Was there a mix-up at the lab? But Kim had a hunch. She remembered how pale Aunt Carol had looked when she opened the gift. She remembered all those years of sanctimonious lectures and judgmental glares. The next family dinner was tense. The elephant in the room was so big it needed its own chair. Aunt Carol was unusually quiet. She didn't say a word about tradition, purity, or anyone's life choices. She just sat there, picking at her food. Finally, Kim's uncle, Carol's husband, cleared his throat. He looked exhausted, but also strangely relieved. He calmly announced that he and Carol had something to share. He explained that they had struggled with infertility for years. Mark was the result of a sperm donor. It was a secret they had kept for over 2 decades, a secret that had festered and turned Carol into the bitter, judgmental person she was. She was so terrified of her own secret being exposed that she projected her insecurities onto everyone else. The revelation was shocking, but it also changed everything. The hypocrisy was laid bare. The woman who preached about the sanctity of bloodlines had built her entire identity on a lie. And the funny thing is, nobody cared that Mark wasn't biologically related. They loved him. He was family. The only thing that had ever been a problem was the judgment, the hypocrisy, and the secrets. Kim told me that from that day on, Aunt Carol was a different person. The judgmental armor was gone. She was quieter, more humble, and for the first time, she started actually listening to other people. She started treating Kim's sister's husband like a real nephew. The Christmas disaster had actually been a cleansing fire. It burned down the lies and left the family stronger and more honest than ever before. It just goes to show you, sometimes the truth comes out in the most unexpected ways. And a little bit of science can be the ultimate lie detector. So, what do you think? Was Kim's Christmas gift a disaster or a long overdue intervention? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.